Story of Frog Belly Redbone
by Timothy Basil Ering. In a dull, grey, endless place called Cement Land lived a very special boy. This boy had a singular wish. He wished to find a treasure. Each day the boy searched through the heaping piles of junk that collected around Cement Land. He found greasy toaster ovens, broken TVs, and wet, smelly socks, but no treasure.
The boy
The only thing
in this junk pile is junk, cried the boy.
he was angry enough to give up when all of a sudden he spied something unexpected. It was a strange and wonderful box. Attached to the box was a wrinkly note which said, "Put my wondrous riches into the earth and enjoy." The boy pried open the lock with a twisty piece of wire and lifted the lid. The box was bursting with dazzling colors,
I found the treasure!
shouted the boy. He took one of the beautiful packages
and tore it open. But
inside the package there were no bright colors at all, just hundreds of tiny gray specks. Where were all the wondrous riches?
was is the wondrous riches, Papa?
The boy wasn't sure, but he carefully prepared some earth. He sprinkled in a few specks and waited 2 or 3 minutes. Nothing happened. Deeply dejected,
The boy went home. He did
not
not
realize that the unguarded treasures were now in terrible danger. The next day the boy returned to a horrifying sight. The specks had been dug up.
thief.
"Thieves!" he screeched. In a flash he had a plan. He ran straight to the nearest junk pile. He gathered those wet, smelly socks. He found moldy pillow stuffing and scraggly wires. He patched, buttoned, sewed, and zipped. Soon a creature began to take shape. It had crooked, bony arms and a giant-sized belly. "You'll be finished in just a second," the boy told his creation. "All you need now
Is a crown.
is a crown."
Stand tall, frog belly, red bone. 1, 2, 3.
shouted the boy, waving his hands like a wizard. "I dub thee King of the Treasures."
Frog belly, red bone. 1, 2, 3.
"You are the monster."
Who will protect the specks?
"Monster?" said Frogbelly Redbone. "But my dear boy, you've made me far too good looking to be a monster. And by the way," he continued, "my socks are very moist and my underwear is rather picky. "Sorry about your underwear," said the boy, "but I needed a monster to scare the thieves away from the the treasures." Frogbelly wanted to see the treasures. The boy handed him a package and let him read the note. Frogbelly sprang into the air. "My dear boy, you have found some wondrous riches. We must put them in the earth, just as the note says." "But I already did that," said the boy. "Nothing happened." "We'll do it again," said Frogbelly.
We
Frogbelly, Redbone,
1, 2, 3,
you must be patient.
and then you will see.
And so Frogbelly and the boy started digging holes. They also filled jars and cans and boxes with earth and sprinkled specks into each one. They sprinkled specks all around Cementland. When the sun began to set, it was time for the boy to go home. "Watch out for the thieves," he warned. He shook Frogbelly's hand and scurried off. Frogbelly stood all alone in the spooky shadows. The sky grew darker and darker. "Those thieves will surely be back tonight," he thought. Just then he heard footsteps. Someone was trying to move very carefully, stepping quietly on crinkled cans and squishy newspaper. Frogbelly waited, not making a sound. At that very moment,
Sneaking through the junk piles were three thieves. A fruit, a fruit,
a rat.
a rat, a rabbit, and a fruit fly.
They were licking their chops and adjusting their masks when an eerie voice floated toward them through the darkness.
Frogbelly, Redbone, 1, 2, 3
"The specks in the earth.
are protected by me,
You must be patient."
and then you will see.
See what?" the thieves asked each other. They were shaking in their tracks. Just then they did see
This was a
a
treasure.
giant scary monster with long bony arms and wet smelly socks. Ah! The thieves ran for their lives.
Ja, die haben ja nicht gewusst, was wohl gewachsen ist.
The next morning, the boy was happy to discover that Frogbelly had saved the treasures. "What do we do now?" he asked. "Now," said Frogbelly, "we must give the treasures lots of water." So the boy filled a watering can and went to work. A few days later, the boy noticed something quite peculiar. The boxes were twittering. The jars and cans trembled. "Look, Frogbelly," he said. Slowly and very shyly, the treasure was beginning to reveal itself. "The wondrous riches are here at last!" Frogbelly exclaimed. Frogbelly and the boy cheered. From inside a junk pile, the thieves were listening. They felt terrible about having tried to steal such wonderful treasures. The rabbit jumped out of the hiding place and landed right in Frogbelly's arms. "We'll never steal again," the rabbit cried. "And we'll return the specks we took," said the fruit fly. "Please let us help you take care of the treasures," said the rat. So Frogbelly and the boy forgave the thieves, and now they were all part of the team.
Wie ein Baseballteam, gell? Und ein Hapkido-Team.
As they watered the treasures to help them grow bigger, they sang together. "Frogbelly, Redbone, 1, 2, 3. We must be patient, and then we will see." Soon one flower appeared, then 3, then 100. Cementland is filled with colors now,